U.S. prosecutors demand secret review as Tinubu drug files deadline extends to August 28th. As they have extended it to August 28th, they will still extend it again. They're not going to release anything, I beg. They should stop stressing somebody. U.S. Attorney General Peru has asked U.S. District Judge Barry Howell for additional time to complete the government's review of highly sensitive records connected to a long-running Freedom of Information Act case involving Nigerian President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The request comes as the FBI Drug Enforcement Agency and U.S. Attorney Office work on the government response to the court over records stemming from a historical investigation involving Tinubu. According to reporting on the latest filing, the government has sought additional time because portions of the material are considered sufficiently sensitive to require private judicial review. The process could involve an expert and in-camera examination of two declarations, meaning the court would review the material privately rather than as part of the public record. The latest development follows a series of deadlines in the case and represents another significant turn in a legal battle that has continued for more than 3 years. The government's earlier deadline was August 21, 2026. The latest request seeks to move that deadline to August 28, giving federal officials another week to complete their review and prepare their submissions to Judge Howell. The case has attracted renewed attention because the FBI and DEA were previously ordered to search for and process non-exempt records relating to Tinubu after the court rejected their attempt to use so-called global responses to neither confirm nor deny whether responsive records existed. Judge Howell ruled on April 8, 2025 that the FBI and DEA could no longer rely on those global responses in the disputed portions of the case. She concluded that previous government disclosures had already acknowledged the agency's involvement in investigations connected to Tinubu, making continued reliance on the responses improper. The CIA, however, successfully maintained its global position in relation to the records sought from that agency. The litigation was brought by American transparency advocate Aaron Greenspan, who filed multiple FOIA requests in 2022 and 2023 seeking records from the FBI, DEA, and other federal agencies concerning an alleged early 90s investigation involving Tinubu and others. I thought they said it was Article that paid. The FBI and DEA had initially responded to several requests by refusing to confirm or deny whether responsive records existed. Judge Howell subsequently ordered the two agencies to search for any processed records that were not protected from disclosure. The case has continued through additional deadlines, status reports, motions, and disputes over what material can legally be withheld or redacted, okay? Tinubu later intervened in the litigation to assert privacy interests in the records. In a September 2025 filing, his lawyers asked the court to confirm that the agencies could withhold or redact records identifying him under FOI Privacy Protection and the Privacy Act. The filing identified outstanding FBI and DEA requests and noted that the FBI is anticipated making an interim response. Okay, all this story, just release the stuff. James says, this case is closed and gone forever, I'm telling you. Okuchukwu says the case was released at Trump. If I hear they release anything. And then they said maybe the record is plenty than what they should count in even 6 months, so FBI should take more years to check it. Now the Christian says Americans are just cashing out from Tinubu. Anytime they need money, they will treat him or blackmail him. Stevie Kechi says America is willing and daring with Nigerians over the release of Tinubu King record. Like he said, it was the same thing. And several dealing and darling, it was not released. The same thing seems to be in the pipeline. At the end, it could be or not be released. They are not going to release it. John Ebule says Tinubu is a complete and confirmed drug baron who can pay any amount to make sure those FBI files are not released. even if it will involve selling Nigeria to America. Tinubu will do it. By the time Tinubu is done with Nigeria, Somalia will be child's play. The greatest mistake Nigerians have made is bringing Tinubu to power. We will continue to regret it until this country finally packs up. It will not pack up by God's grace. Christopher says Tinubu is a plague to Nigeria, a bad one, more than ones recorded in the Bible. A serious pestilence. Now Tinubu be pestilence. Àjàkálẹ̀ àrùn mà ló ń jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Okay now. And America is the headquarter to corruption. Nkano says a job ground like Tinubu, I with stone heart can do anything to buy the case. But God alone, if it is the fulfilled time for to be disgraced, watch out. No matter how he try to block you, by maneuver, trust God. All human effort shall fail this time. Enough is enough in Nigeria. Now, Kobina says that people should continue to be light at the end of the tunnel. They play. Let's shower yourself. Make una go find small space, for una compound to plant something rather than continue to lament high food price. You are not okay. So now everybody gets space for their compound. Or somebody that is a tenant now will start a farm in somebody's house that does not belong to them. Some of you just open your mouth and be talking rubbish. If you go and find a compound to plant, do you know what it takes to be a farmer? To tend to crops. Do you know what it takes? You are a sick person, Elisha. Obiano says you people are the problem of Africa. The end people will still talk rubbish. James says, foolish set of people, how long will it take you people to review? Well, let's have it. Let me review. Francis Anadumaka says, American judiciary officials are criminals and blackmailers. And that once Tinubu reaches out to them with goodies, the goalpost at 21/08/2026 will be moved. Exactly, they've moved it again to next week. Let's see how that goes. Ibrahim says, justice must be done. 99% for days for a thief, 1 day for the owner. You can never hide anything from Almighty God. Inshallah. Nigeria and Nigerians are buying because of insecurity and hunger. Kevin says, an offense is an offense. The US official, as of them, could be corrupt and look the other way because of money involved. But when a government that believes in due process and transparency is in power, those crimes can be recorded and offenders prosecuted. Why is the federal government of Nigeria involving in the case of the president if the president is not involved? Okay. If there is nothing cynical, why can't it be disclosed publicly and let the matter rest? I wonder. Too much money have been wasted day by day. More extension, more Nigerians, billions to waste. It will not be well for the wicked. My listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.